Alright everybody, here we go for game number 3 of the confused drones dancing around there. Not sure what that was all about. Guess that was a little bit of a early miss micro by Akkis. Speaking of Akkis, he is one of the players here in today's game on Blistering Sands. His opponent, none other than the little one. This is game 3 of the best of 3 series between these two from the Starcraft 2 one-on-one amateur series. And if you want to watch some of these other replays from the games, they are hosted on the ESL website. Just dig around in the StarCraft 2 download section. You'll find them. I'm sure you will. I got faith in you. But for right now, we're sitting here on Blistering Sands, which only 2 spawn positions in this map, unlike the previous 2 maps, so we're not going to see as much scouting with drones. Game 1 took place on Delta Quadrant, where Akkis was able to secure a victory with a solid counterattack, forcing the Little One's Broodlords, Roaches, and Hydras back to the Little One's base, taking out all of the expansions and securing victory. But game number 2, the Little One made a strong comeback with an early Zergling harassment push, followed up by more Zergling harassment and more Zergling harassment, and some fantastic landings of Banelings right into the mineral line of Akkis' base, allowing the Little One to take game number 2. So here we are in game number 3 as the Little One has a drone heading out towards the southeastern or southwestern portion of the map right now, as the Overlords do get into place for the both players. Now you'll see a lot of times in this map with Zerg versus Zerg, Overlords will pretty much just camp out all along. If you look at the minimap right now, you'll see Overlord here, probably one here, here, and keep going all the way down here. So this is pretty much the main traveling area for the Zerg versus Zerg. You generally don't see too many people deviate from that. But for right now, the spawning pool is about 2/3 complete for Akkis, and that is being scouted by the Little One. Meanwhile, in the Little One's base, look at this, we have a spawning pool hanging out right beside the geyser. Got the geyser up and ready to go. Don't think he's going to have enough gas for the Zergling speed upgrade right off the bat, so he may actually be going for Roaches. I do not know. Right now, we'll have to see, though. Let's actually look at the harvester count. 15 dead even right now, but also dead even on the gas. Looking at the resources tab, we can see that the Little One definitely has a lot more saved up than his opponent right now, but that is because he just spent it on the metabolic boost upgrade for his Zerglings. So he'll be looking to get across the map pretty quick, as we do indeed have a Roach Warren going down for the Little One. Not too surprised. If he was going to go for Speedlings, he would have had that gas down a good bit earlier before his pool, so that way he'd have that 100 gas right as the spawning pool ticked and transition into Speedlings. But for right now, Queen is popping up as we speak. Probably have a couple Zerglings here nonetheless, as if you see right here, his opponent does have some Zerglings leaving the base, which the Little One will see. And you can see right there, he has vision of the area, so I'm talking about. Got 2 Overlords hanging out in the middle of the map right here, as he does have a little bit of a drone under attack right there. I guess that was from when I was holding down the V key, and he is bringing that back. But for now, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of engagement right here. Probably just have some back and forth. The Little One driving out his opponent, and once his opponent has extra Zerglings, he's going to run back and try to drive off the Little One. And like I said before, that's what happens a lot of Zerg versus Zerg games, especially on this map. You'll just have back and forth with Zerglings, and then back and forth with more Zerglings, and then you throw some Banelings into the mix, and then you've got one dead drone right there at the base of the natural expansion. Poor guy, you will be sorely missed. Who are we talking about again? I don't know, but the Little One does have his Roach Warren complete. Got a couple Roaches at the top of the ramp as his opponent tries to break down the rocks. Of course, this will be detected very soon by the Little One's Overlord coming out right now. He sees this going on. He's probably transfer some Roaches over there. You see right now he does have pretty good positioning on the Roaches there at the top of the ramp. A little bit of a wall keeping a Zergling run by from happening. But he is going to have to bring over some of those Roaches to drive off the Zergling. Now, here come the Zerglings, maybe to the top of the ramp. This is certainly not a good position for the Little One to be in, but he does have these 3 Roaches right here, which were there at the last second. Very, very good save right there for the Little One, forcing that attack to be delayed even more. But now the Little One has a couple of Roaches at the top of the ramp with the rocks, so that attack's not going to happen at all. But look at that, tons of Banelings coming in. Oh man, that is going to make one hell of a splash, as we do have one scouting Zergling heading up here, going to check out what's going on. And he's going to see right now that there is a little bit of a wall for the Little One at the top of the ramp. Evolution Chamber going down. Probably see armor upgrade for the Roaches here in the near future. But look at it. Here comes the Baneling attack. And boom! Right there. Breaking through the... well, almost broke through. There you go. Took an extra Baneling or two there to break through that wall, but the Roaches are in a lot of trouble now as the Zerglings do get a good surround on that last defender. A couple of them coming back from the ramp right there. But they are once again getting surrounded. You can see they're all kind of spread out right there, trying to make the Zerglings run a little bit. And the Queen might go down. No, she does not. The Queen is saved. And speaking of save, looks like that one, 2 Roaches right there, very low hit points. Very, very lucky for the little one that those have lived. But look, here comes more pressure from Akkis. He's going to really try to keep the little one on the defensive as he has a couple of Zerglings here running around right now. But notice the little one isn't over-responding, or overreacting rather. He's only got a couple Roaches right here, more than enough to deal with 4 Zerglings, as he's using the remainder of his forces at the top of the ramp. You see right here that he's got his hurt ones on the edges, so that way even if they do die, it'll still be kind of funneled right there. But one Roach is going to come up here and try to take some shots at these Zerglings. One of them almost dies, but he is going to retreat. And Akkis base looking pretty darn good for drones right now. We can look at the income tab and see it's 21 to 15 harvesters right now, and that is certainly showing for the minerals as we speak. As right now it's about 660 to 460. Of course, both players are running off of 1 geyser right now. Well, the little one has 2 geysers, but he's got 1 drone here and 2 here. So that explains the exact same income. This rock, man, I'll tell you what, his opponent, or Akkis, really has it out for these rocks, but he's just not able to get in here and break them down. As you'll notice, the Overlords are pretty much in where they will be for the remainder of the game here. At least that's my guess. You can see right now the little one has a nice little Overlord positioning at each place, and his opponent does as well. Speaking of his opponent, really not doing too much at this point. You can see he does have a Roach Warren now that is built, and he has a Spinecrawler here. Pretty defensible position. Good placement between the spawning pool, hatchery, minerals, and the gas. Looking over here, we can see the Roach Wall is continuing to take shape. Definitely a lot stronger than it was a couple minutes ago. As, once again, man, his opponent really wants to break down these rocks and take the back entrance for the little one's base. The little one, of course, seeing this again, it looks like he's going to respond a little bit differently this time. He's going to try to catch the Zerglings, but the Zerglings are running away, probably realizing, hey, nothing's going on for a while, so I better get out of here because I'm probably getting ready to be set up for a trap. So, very good instinct there on Akkis' part as he does run his Zerglings away from the Roaches. Also, do note that there is an Overlord right here, so he does have vision of the top of the ramp as well. I think he has vision of the top of the ramp. Barely vision of the top of the ramp, but he did know that the Roaches were coming. So, look at this over here. The little one's Roaches just strolling right on into Akkis' base. Certainly going to be in a lot of trouble here as this Spinecrawler will not live very long. Nope, there it goes right there. Oh, but look at this, a Roach sandwich as the Zerglings come up from the top of the ramp, forcing the little one to be backed into a corner, leaving a couple of these Roaches here. And actually, this is pretty smart. He's bringing a couple other Roaches down to the mineral line where he gets 1 drone kill, 2, 3, 4. The count would be proud this day. 5 right there, as those Roaches have, oh, 6 right there, 7, 8, 9... Will he get 10? Will he break double digits? I do not know. 1 more shot. Don't think he... Oh, yes, he does! He gets 10 drones the last second. Very, very nice there. Let's actually look and see how that affected the income. We can see right now that Akkis is sitting at about 600 with 20 harvesters. The little one's got 700 with 27. Now note that he also has 2 geysers claimed as well and is working fully on both of them, as his Roaches are looking pretty good at this point. But here comes Akkis with his own Roach army getting ready to head towards the possibly the back of the ramp here, where the little one has 2 Overlords. I guess double your observation comfort, double your fun, I don't know. But for now, looking over here, we have the Roach, the Missile Level 2 attack upgrade is on the way. This will, of course, affect all of the ranged units, including the Queens, actually. You see right now the Queens are 0 and 1, so very, very angry Queens indeed. There goes the rocks. I'm pretty sure Akkis just went up there to knock it out of pure spite. Frankly, I don't blame him. I would probably have done the same. Now, looking over here, we can see that Akkis is getting his own weapons one, and both players are getting the Roach speed upgrade, so that'll definitely help out a lot. As you see right here, none of the Overlords on the map right now are spreading creep at all. Of course, Akkis, he's got a lair. The little one, he's got a lair too. Neither player is really too worried about it. but the little one getting an infestation pit. We saw in game 1 that the little one made great use of the fungal growth, but Akkis was able to overwhelm with sheer numbers. So we'll have to see how the little one handles this in game number 3 as he attacks these slightly askew rocks. Not sure what's up with that. Looks like they're kind of standing on their toes. But look at this, the little one has a bunch of roaches heading up at the top of the ramp right now. A little bit of a roach train, but he is getting chased off by Akkis, who is keeping a bunch of roaches up here. And that's actually a very smart move. He split up his forces and sent just enough to pose a threat to Akkis, while his other roaches come down here, break the rocks, and get a free kill right there. And look at that! Now he's got access through both entrances, and he is actually going to meet up with his roaches down here at the base of the ramp, possibly engage. He's in a pretty good position right now. You can see right now he's got a good solid concave. But Akkis is kiting back up the top of the ramp. He's going to be in a good position up here, beyond the vision blocking vegetation hanging out at the top there. And looking over here for the little one, we can see his roaches are looking pretty darn good right now. Does not have burrows, so not going to see any speedy regeneration just yet, but he is transferring a ton of drones over to his expansion. We can expect to see that looking pretty darn good in the near future. His opponent, however, just now getting his expansion, so he is a little bit vulnerable at this point. He has had to spend 300 minerals to get that expansion, which definitely could have been put towards roaches. But for right now, we can see the army size, and the little one sitting at 95, his opponent sitting at 87, so pretty close. A little bit of good micro there, and it could really go either way. We'll have to see, though, what happens as the little one has a couple roaches over here splashing some damage onto the hatchery that Akkis really needs to protect if he wants to stay in this game, because once this expansion is in full swing for the little one, it's going to spell a lot of trouble for Akkis. So for now, the little one has all of his roaches positioned outside of the natural expansion for his opponent. He doesn't want to charge in just yet because this choke point is very dangerous. He does not want to get caught there with his forces. But look at this, Akkis realizing that there are a bunch of roaches over here is actually going to keep his forces right here and try to force an engagement at the ramp or at the choke point where it'll pretty much be an equalizer for the numbers, because a lot of the little one's roaches simply will not be able to attack from that far away, specifically the ones in the rearmost position. But look at this right here, the little one getting a great fungal growth landing on half of the army. A bunch of these are not even able to fire at the very back here, as the little one gets a fantastic concave on his opponent. Akkis fighting back with tooth and nail as hard as he can, moving back, going to try to get a little bit more of a defensible position near the minerals, it looks like. Pretty good placement there, about as good as you can get, but the problem is the little one has so many roaches, and there he is trying to cut them off even more, as there is the GG from Akkis, allowing the little one to go 2-1 in this series. And I would have to say this series has been brought to you by the Roach. That's right. Alright, I got nothing. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will make sure to keep an eye out for more awesome The Little One games. And we'll see you guys later on.